And look, I'm here to serve. It feels incredible, honestly, thinking of ideas that I can make this city better. It just feels amazing. Honestly, coming up with all of these incredible ideas for housing, it really inspires me and it makes me feel like we can make a change. I walk the streets. I see the struggle in people's eyes here in this city. And honestly, I want to solve people's problems. That's what makes me happy. So let's go do this. Joseph Trending on Instagram says, go for it, Brian. I appreciate you. Christina Peterson on YouTube says, quote, Brian rose for mayor. I've got family in London. We could all make a change. It would be amazing to see a good, kind-hearted man in this position. I agree. We need someone who cares as your next mayor of London. I think that's what it ultimately comes down to. We need someone who will tell you the truth, who is sincere in their interest to make this city better. And let's be honest, does the current mayor of London really care about Londoners? Does he really care? I think we know the answer to that. I don't think he does. We need someone who cares, who can really make the changes that we deserve as Londoners. So let's do that. Let's do that right now. Christian Fisher on Instagram says, quote, thank you for your hard work, Brian. I hope you get mayor of London. Keep the videos coming. I will. You can't stop us over here. You can't stop us. Trust me. Ken Boyce on YouTube says, quote, we're watching history in the making. Brian, you're the solution. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. And I do think we're making history. I think for the first time in British politics, we're showing that an independent voice is going to make a change. An independent candidate will be the next mayor of London. Mark my words on that. And we're going to show the world that independent voices can make change. And we're going to show the world what it looks like for a city to become world class again. I'm telling you, we're going to show the big cities of the world how we do it in London, and we're going to show them how to do it. I'm talking about the cities in America, the cities in Europe, the cities in Asia. London will be the gold standard when it comes to getting a city back to work, putting its health first, putting its transportation first, putting its housing first, putting its safety first. Mark my words, we're going to do this. A few other comments coming in here. I appreciate all of these. We got Joel Dio on Instagram saying, quote, are the banks doing anything to help citizens properly finance their dream home? It's a great question. I spent 10 years in banking, and I want to have some solid, hard conversation with the banks and make sure they're contributing. At the end of the day, Joel, I want financial motive to prevail. If the banks can see modular homes as a great alternative, they'll finance them. Trust me. Financial motive prevails. Everybody wants to come in for the big win. So that's what I want to do. I want the manufacturers to prevail. I want the developers to prevail. I want the banks to prevail. And I want the citizens to win. That comes with great ideas and innovation. And we can do that. That's the thing. You know, your current crop of politicians want to give you a different narrative, but it's not true. Technology is improving all the time. We can make use of that as citizens. So yes, we want everyone to come in for the win. Ayesha on Instagram says, quote unquote, great point on housing. I appreciate you. Tony Holtz on YouTube says, quote, modular housing sounds like a great idea. It is a great idea. I appreciate you. K Steele on YouTube says, quote, you have to be rich to buy a house or even rent in London. That's true. And we're going to change all this. Raphael Sinesta on Instagram says, quote, on housing, we should do more and talk less. I couldn't agree with you more. We got a few other comments coming here. And finally, I just want to say, Nikki Vincent on YouTube says, quote, Khan is a disgrace. We got Sam Roberts on YouTube that says, quote, do you think Sadiq Khan will agree to debate you, unquote? I hope he does. Honestly, I welcome the chance, but the truth is he's running scared. He doesn't even look like he wants to be in this job. He looks like a broken man, and that's okay. I don't blame the way he feels, but I'm welcome to a debate. The truth is our policies, they speak for themselves. They're all 10 times better than what's currently happening. And I think we all know that it's time for a change and that our policies are better and we're going to do a better job. But yeah, sure, I welcome as many debates as he wants. A couple other final questions is, BC on YouTube says, quote, I like your plan for the step in the right direction for affordable housing. And finally, Voom on Instagram says, quote, more and more people are buying and building modular homes in the US. My brother-in-law has his home in Southampton, New York, and built as a modular 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath house assembled in one day. It was amazing. And I'm telling you, the modular home solutions are incredible. How come we've never heard of this before? How come our two-party system never brought up a solution? It's because they have vested interest in keeping the way the system is now. It's because they have vested interest in not delivering on promises. And we're going to change all of that when I become your next mayor of London. So finally, I just want to say that my plan as your next mayor of London is to put housing first. And I want to outline exactly what I'm going to do. I promise to ensure that Londoners have affordable homes to rent and buy, period. I promise to stop talking about building homes and start building homes. I promise to ensure that our key workers, I'm talking about nurses, healthcare workers, police officers, and firefighters can affordably live in this city. And that includes people in culture and the arts as well. Like our comments earlier, I appreciate you. I ensure to prioritize the building of modular housing in boroughs throughout this city to make housing affordable in London. I want to make immediate use of the 30,000 empty houses in the city and start putting those in the hands of people who can't afford to buy or to rent. I want to create financial incentives, this is important, for private contractors, banks, developers to get on board with us and build these affordable housing. Nothing moves things forward like the invisible hand of capitalism. Let's get them all involved and let's move forward. And finally, I want to enable local councils to borrow and invest strategically to go ahead and help us with these innovative, low-cost solutions for housing. Let's get everybody on board and let's take this all the way. So that's my Housing First policy. If you want to learn more about my policies, go to our website. The big ones are, I want to get London back to work. Right now, we can getting us back to work right now. That means safely, but that means our hospitality sector comes back. Our gym sector comes back. We get tourism back in this city. We enable the arts. We get London back to work. We could be doing this right now. And yet our current mayor of London crusades for a lockdown. He actually is doing everything possible not to allow us to work. We could change that right away. I want to make London safe. I want to reduce violent crime. I want to reduce knife crime. I want to put more police on the streets. We can do that right now. I want to put our family first. I want to enable all of our family structures in any way, shape, or form, from single-parent homes to two-parent homes to people being raised by extended family. I want to put family first and find a way we can enable that structure. I want to put transport first and finally fix our bankrupt TfL system. I want to put science first and make sure we are using the data to make our decisions. I want to put your health first and use proactive measures. Let's invest in our health today. You know, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Let's get ourselves healthy today, as opposed to asking the NHS to foot the bill when we're in bad health, when we're overweight, when we're sick. Let's not do that. And let's put education first and make sure our children get the best education. Right now, there are literally 22% of our students missing in secondary schools right now. Let's stop that right now. And all of this is detailed in my Transform London 2021 Plan of Attack, which is on my website, brianformayor.london. I'm excited. I'm excited for this journey. We've got 5 months left. If you haven't yet, please tell your friends and family about what we're doing here. We are serious about this. We have the best ideas. We have the best policies. We have the best energy. And most Londoners are behind our campaign. You know this. I know this. So share this with your friends and family. Tell them about what we're doing together as a collective. Again, I can't do this alone. And quite frankly, I don't want to do this alone. I want to do this with you. This is a dialogue that we will continue when we all move into City Hall. I'm going to find spaces for all of us, I promise. And we're going to continue talking on social every day, and we're going to find these solutions together. But I promise you, the best idea is going to win. Not some, two-party system, not some lobbyists, not some politician that wants to get reelected for 40 years. The best idea is going to win. We're going to make hard choices. We're going to tell you hard truths, and we're going to make the best decisions to make London a world-class city once again. We're going to show the world what it looks like to innovate, and we're going to be proud again to be Londoners. I'm super excited about this whole thing.